story get told.
Hi, I'm Karceno.
Excuse me. That's why they went after Pierce because of his huge platform.
No one knows Karceno and none of these
huge outside of YouTube.
There's so much going on in the world.
Now he's a Bronny James hater. Laugh out loud. I'm not no Bronny James hater at all.
Go in and
Bronny James
raid in someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for
Did
that.
you see my breakdown of the game? I broke down the game perfectly. If he work on those things, Bronny James could be fine. He got to run that floor. That's not hating at all. Let me drop this link for you, Cino, because I don't know how I hate it. Because Bronny, we had a whole breakdown. I showed the video. That man don't hustle. He don't run the floor. And you got to hustle and run this floor. You're going to be a young man in this league? Why are you not hustling? Why are you not running the floor?
Because he already.
I don't give a damn what the internet is saying. Hey, I got a video of Stephen A. I got to do because Stephen A. sounded so stupid. Somebody done made this guy righteous. The guy who called people bona fide scrubs is now the person that's the voice of reason. He wasn't the voice of reason when Jalen Rose was trying to talk to him. Now he the voice of reason.
That's what they do.
It makes no sense.
That's what they do, KB.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on?
Now Stephen A. the voice of reason.
I guess so. I'm like, where'd he come in at with his lack of basketball knowledge? Oh my goodness.
He ain't talking basketball. He basically telling everybody, yes, LeBron James is an elitist, and he deserved to be able to have his son there because of how great he was. I'm like, damn, you just proving our point. What a fucking dummy.
This is the same guy that said Caitlin Clark that they should allow Caitlin Clark to be successful. When she was struggling early on, I'm like, do you realize what's actually happening over there? I'm like, she's trying to figure the game out. And I was like, it's too early for me to really jump on Bronny, but from what I've seen, it's just not NBA material. Like from what I'm witnessing from him is not NBA level. It's probably not even G League, to be honest.
Exactly. And my thing is, I've seen this process happen firsthand, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it because you've been around players your whole life. But if a player play like Bronny has played, forget the name on the jersey. He does not sprint the floor. He don't know how to get into the passing lanes. Like, all I'm talking about is basketball. It's a bunch of things that he doesn't do right to be a young player who's supposed to mind the game.
That out from watching him the first two games, because they limited his minutes the second game around. But from what I've seen from him, he didn't play a lot of just regular 5-on-5 basketball. It's the decision making.
That's right.
That's exactly what I said. He's standing there shooting jump shots like his daddy, and he ain't his daddy.
Right. And then it's like, okay, it's certain situations where you got to penetrate to draw the defender out. They're playing back. They said, okay, go ahead, shoot the ball. We're gonna play back. We're gonna give you the jump shot because we don't believe you're gonna take the shot. He had like two options. He had a shooter in the corner, but you gotta penetrate to try to be aggressive. You don't even gotta shoot the ball. You got to just force the defense to respond to you. He's not even doing that. He could have passed it to the guy who was cutting, who could have cut had he made the guy, step over. I'm like, you have so many the choices you could make here. You got three choices. You got a guy that's going to be to your left, who's going to pop out for a shot for a three. If you penetrate, this guy comes over to help. You can hit him over in the corner. He goes in and picks up his dribble. And I was like, what? Now
that's one of his biggest mistakes. He always pick up his dribble.
Yeah, and he picks it up way too early. And it's like somebody who's not confident. He lacks confidence. And I see it. That's the main assessment in his game is he lacks confidence. And it's he's just trying to figure it out.
I wholeheartedly agree. And I said that on my live. He's not playing basketball at all. He don't look like a kid who been through wars at the park or been through wars in the gym because Y'all wouldn't see what he go through if he get his ass kicked in the gym. That's cool. Same way
Right.
with boxing. Some of these guys get beat up in sparring. He hasn't played enough basketball, I don't think. He's been through workouts to where he looks good at workouts, looks good at shooting, but in-game situations, shot don't even look the same.
No, I don't. And it's like when I see him play, and I'm quite sure he's gonna have a breakout game or something, and everybody's gonna be, see, I told you about Brian. Those are one in a few. In the NBA, these guys are faster than you. Your father shouldn't be outrunning you down the court. I don't know.
Hello, that's what I was saying. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why is Bronny tiptoeing down the court and his daddy's in front of him when his daddy got the rebound? The reason what his problem is his first 3 steps, he get nothing out of it. He's trotting. He's a trotter. Like Papa Jones and cat. Look, your first 3 steps need to be and most the rest of the way because you'll be gliding from the steps you already took.
Right. And then when
they dig your first come.
He's slowing up instead of going towards the basket. Had he sprinted towards the basket, he'd have had a layup. But he's slowing.
He would have had a layup or a lob. He's sprinting to the he's sprinting to the 3-point line.
Right. That's what a lot of these guys like him do. These younger players now, they don't push to go towards the rim where you forcing the defender to have to commit. You make it easier for the guy that's dribbling the ball up. Because now the guy's like, okay, well, if you just gonna hang out at the 3-point line, I'm good standing here. And I can stop the ball handler that's coming up. Now I can help.
Let me ask you this, Tino. Let me ask you this. Do you think his heart is an issue still? Do you think he got the energy to run like we talking about?
Yeah. I believe it's not his heart issue that's causing him not to run. I've seen that happen with other young players. They don't run towards the rim because he rather shoot the jump shot than go towards the rack.
He can't shoot.
But that's what he does. Do
you remember Kerry Kittles? Do you remember Kerry Kittles?
Oh yeah.
Man, he used to sprint the floor so doggone hard, man. And then you'd have to, it'd be sometimes I had to pick him up because I'm the first one back, and then Kenyon Martin get it done. Or Richard Jefferson get it done. That's how fast this dude was flying up and down. He would get on the outside of the lane and he would just fly. But he would fly for layups and come out the other side.
Yeah, quick jumper, UConn. Yeah, Kerry Kittles was something else. But yeah.
That's a lost art right there, bro.
Yeah, and pull-up jump shots, quick release. And I was like, man, he was hard to guard. So the thing is that back in those days, at that time, people finished at the rim. You had 2-3 guys at the rim. Here, they don't do that. That's why the Olympics was like whoa, we got to get used to Olympic style play. These guys go to the rim. So yeah, they'll finish at the rim. That's the way the game was played back then. So it was a bunch of guys just shooting a lot of threes. Those guys, and if they do shoot threes, they can shoot. Those guys out there, they go to the rack. I mean, I keep saying UConn. I think he was Villanova. But Bronny, like I seen, I know LeBron gonna choke him when he get him in the locker room. If he especially if he calls LeBron to lose a game, because he was supposed to cut and he didn't cut. He don't know when to cut and when not to cut. I saw him out there. He was so confused. He didn't know what to do. And I said, oh, my God. I'm like, LeBron is dribbling. He wants to give you the ball, Bronny. But you got to cut. And you got to see that was the time to cut and beeline straight to the basket.
He do everything backwards, bro. He cut when he's supposed to sit still, and he sit still instead. Like, it was one play that he was supposed to just slide over and get to the hash just to leave a little more space. But he'll stand there and clog up the lane. Ain't nobody guarding him where he at. I don't even understand why he's standing the way he's standing.
Yeah, he almost ran into LeBron. That was crazy. He cut at the wrong time. Brown was like, okay, well, you ain't cutting. I'm just going to go take this guy off the dribble and go to the basket. Then he gonna cut to the basket right when LeBron is driving. He almost ran right into LeBron. I'm like, boy, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, y'all haven't even practiced together, probably. But I'm like, that's something like you don't even like. If you played the game, you know what to do. You can see how it is on the court, and you can just give somebody a look. That's somebody who they ain't even got to practice. They just know, like, you know the game. You know what you're supposed to do here.
But you got to think about it, though, Cino. LeBron is 39, 40 years old. He's not going to play a whole lot of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
On the whole team is that when you got aging superstars, they manage their load. So he's probably playing with a bunch of young cats like him and getting direction from them off the sideline. And that's bad because MJ, he actually practiced. He might not have, Doug might have took him out and didn't let him practice the whole time, but we got in-game reps with MJ, so we know to get the fuck out the way because that's all he wanted you to do is get the fuck out the way.
Yeah. And that's the thing, though, about LeBron with this team and with Bronny on the team. It's like, do you really want Bronny to get better? Is he going to get better playing with you or going to the G League?
I think if he go to the G League, he's gonna get punished. It's gonna kill his confidence. The way he's playing right now, if he go down there and play like that in the G League, there's no excuse for him. They would be out of excuses if he get punished like I think he would get punished in the G League.
And the thing is that's why they scared to send him there, but that's where he's supposed to go. He's playing.
Well, it's too late. It's too late when he gonna have to stay up under Daddy Dearest because when you hype this kid up and say he's better than most of the NBA players now, and it turns out he's not better than the players in the G League, he's gonna get everybody's best shot. And I think he's too nice of a kid to deal with how aggressive and rough these guys are going to talk to him. Isn't Lance Stevenson still in the G League?
Oh yeah.
He don't. You see what he did to his daddy? You want to send him down there with guys like Lance Stevenson that feel like they're supposed to be in the league and have this guy out here tiptoeing and barely running up and down the court? It's gonna kill his confidence worse than it is now.
Yep. Because I saw it then in the second game. They played him like 10 minutes. I couldn't believe they played him 29 minutes the first game. And then I'm like, man, y'all played Bronny 29 minutes? I was looking at that. Then I was like, the second game, I see they reduced that down dramatically. He barely wanted to shoot the ball.
Right. But they talking about he a 50-something pick. I ain't never seen no 50-something pick play 29 minutes a game in the first game in preseason.
Never. And then he struggled. And then the second game he struggled, but it's not even about shooting and the points. It's not even about that. He's not aggressive on rebounds. He had like 0 assists. It's like what is he doing? He's a ghost out there. He's just.
That's what I mean. Like a young cat is supposed to play with reckless abandonment. Like you supposed to just go balls to the wall, go for what you know. Bronny doesn't do that, and when you call that out, they call you a hater.
Oh yeah, you going viral everywhere for being the Bronny hater. Now he hates Bronny. I'm like, my goodness, man, you everywhere. Everybody got quality practice.
So for me, breaking down film session and showing from a basketball standpoint, not calling somebody a bust, not disrespecting the young man as a person. For me doing that, that's hating, or that's hating on him. That's what that is.
Yeah, I mean, all it started off with it was like some other video. It was somebody else's channel. As soon as I played, it was Bronny played atrocious. It was horrendous. Yeah, Bronny was horrendous.
Yeah, he was bad.
It started right off, man. I was cracking up.
I got to keep it real. He was bad now. And he was bad only because of the things that I did not see. I don't care how many shots he make or miss. I care that he don't take them. And I care about his energy and effort. Should no coach have to teach him that?
You ain't lying about that. You were like 19 years old. Ain't no way in the world. LeBron's supposed to be beating you on a sprint going down the court.
Beating him easy, though.
It was sad because he was trotting. He wasn't even trying to sprint. It wasn't like he was in a full sprint. He was really.
That's what I call him. I call him the trotter.
Yeah, because he's trying to hang out at the 3-point line to get a jump shot. And it's like, you're not going to have that. And Bronny got a quick first step. He doesn't have speed like that. Even in college, when he was at USC, those guys was faster than him. And then they can stay with him, and if they body him, he don't like physical contact like his father. They don't, and big as Bron don't really like physical contact like that. So the thing is that he's undersized at his position, and he's not fast enough. And you don't have confidence. These are the things.
How don't he have confidence with his daddy out there and the coach that's on his team? Like, he got the perfect situation for a kid with the pressure of LeBron being your daddy. Nigga, he right there to hold your hand.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that you got to deliver. They can give you that false confidence, but the NBA players are taking it right away from you. And the other players that was drafted ahead of him, everybody want a piece of Bronny. So they didn't took this dude out on one-on-one, catching him leaning off the, over, blocking somebody, setting a pick. Then he's leaning, can't guard his man. And he don't even understand the defenses. I'm like, what practice did they have, JJ? I'm like, he don't even know any of the plays.
Man, he alive on both ends of the floor. I know that.
They tried to run split actions. I'm like, he don't know where to go. He don't know who to pick up, who to guard. He giving up open shots. Guys taking him off the dribble, going to the layups on him. I'm like, oh my goodness.
He seemed really nervous to be LeBron James' son. Like, I'm just confused on why is he so nervous and why is he having so many issues when, like I said, the coach is put in place to make sure you good. Yeah. Like, you got a coach that's in your corner. You straight. What is the issue?
Well, the thing is, Bryce is the better player. Everybody knows Bryce is the better player. I mean, other people done told me since he was in high school. My cousins, they the same age as Bronny. So they followed all of them. They was like, no, Bryce is the best one, better player. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And so when that was years ago, and they was telling me, and now he's got the height and everything to go with it. I think Bryce is like 6'5", got a nice corner shot, not afraid to go in and score and go down the lane, got some moves. He's just not as fast as LeBron and but he's got, more polished game than Bronny. So I see him having more of a better career than Bronny is, even though they're trying to really push Bronny to be that guy. He's not even 6'3". He's more like 6'1". And he could jump a little bit, but he doesn't have speed. He doesn't know how to use his body to, go in and get contact, how to find people. And I mean, at that point, you got to know how to find guys. You can't just pass the ball to them. You got to know how to pass them open, and put the ball in their shot pocket. And you got to learn these things. These are basketball tips. And he's been trained by the best of the best. That just goes to show you that this game, you can have the best trainers, a workout facility in your house. You got a nutritionist. All of that don't matter if you don't know how to master that game. It's a kid that's in the projects right now that will come out there and take Bronny right to school. And he ain't had none of that. No training, no nothing. He just got the balls to go out and do it. He just come natural to him. And that's how your daddy played when he came up. Your daddy, he wasn't loaded. He ain't had no personal trainers at first. He just had that natural God-given ability. He could jump out of the gym, and he had speed for his size. They hadn't seen anybody really like that in a long time. Shawn Kemp was the last person like that was a phenom out of high school that could jump out of the gym and was fast and had that kind of ability. So once that happened and they stood on business with that, they immediately fast-tracked LeBron to the NBA from high school. ESPN started airing their games. He got the chosen one tatted on his back. Yeah, the whole marketing plan was he gonna be the next one.
Well, I knew that was something was up. When you market somebody, like I say, when you market somebody to do something, you don't know what they're gonna do. I could see if they market him afterwards, but I thought that was pretty strange.
Oh yeah, it's very strange. Because when you look at like how they did Lenny Cook played LeBron and had success against him. Then they sat him down the second game they played. They were supposed to play, and they didn't even play Lenny Cook, the best player on their team. Sat him down so that LeBron could shine in that tournament game, and that's how he knew. He was like, "Man, okay, this whole thing rigged." Because my coach didn't.
They sat down Lenny Cook in the game.
Yeah, he never played that game, and that's why he's like, "I never played the game, and I was on the bench. I'm the best player we got." The coach didn't even put me in the game against LeBron because last time I played him, they were like, "Hey, okay, you showing him up." So, yeah, they was like, he was like, me and LeBron was like the two top. He's like, all those guys, I was taking them to school. Carmelo Anthony, all of them. I was tearing them up, and they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to see that at all. It was about LeBron. They were like, "Oh no, that guy on LeBron, we can't have that."
And see, okay, so what do you say to the black people that say you hating on the black man when Lenny Cook is black?
Yeah.
Well, you bring up a story like that hey man, LeBron, and it seems like he leave a trail of that. People that have to suffer or lose out on opportunities because somebody want him to make it. And I keep telling people, somebody has to lose in order for another person to win. And that's what they've done. These coaches get fired. Bronny is on a team that to me he's undeserving of, and somebody who really deserved that spot, they didn't even get a chance to compete against.
Right, and Lenny Cook didn't even get in the NBA. Never made it to the league, and he was supposed to make it to the league. He went and got an agent, and that's something he shouldn't have did. He got an agent because he was listening to the agent, and the agent came with the bag and all that. So he was, oh man, I'm finna get drafted. And he was like, that was the last thing he did. And he's like, them teams didn't want him. They didn't take him at all.
That's crazy. A kid that talented, teams didn't want him. What are the backstory? What are they saying about him?
Oh, they were saying, oh, we couldn't trust him, or he's a street guy and all this other stuff. They totally ruined him. And he went to the tournaments trying to do everything to get back to the league. The NBA was like, nah, they're not interested. And it crushed him, man. And Joakim Noah, the only person that came down there to see him and hang out with him, he was like, Joakim Noah, man, out of all my friends that was there, that went there and saw me, he's like, he the only one came to my hood, man, where I live, and kicked it with me. And he's like, he a multi-million-dollar man. He came over here and kicked it with me in the hood, man. Joakim Noah, man. He's like, I'll always remember that. But he was like, then I started, hanging out, getting high, and doing all that, and just gave up on the game, really.
So shit, they defeated them. Of course, that's what they want to do to everybody. They want to defeat you, and they want you to look like this crybaby or look at all these things. But why? Who made a decision? And I would love to interview the coach. Why was the decision made?
This guy saying that Lenny wasn't feeling himself. He was his own worst enemy.
They say what now?
He said Lenny was feeling himself because he was his own worst enemy.
Okay, but what was the backstory to make that? I would have loved to hear from that coach on why he sat him down, though. Why would you sit your best player down?
I would love to know that too, and I'm sure Lenny would too, because Lenny was like, I'm all excited for this game. It's gonna be a big game. Everybody coming to see it. They all talking about Lenny Cook. And he's like, he sat me the entire game, did not put me in the game at all. I sat the entire game. And it was the weirdest thing ever, knowing I was the best player on our team. And he's like, it didn't make sense to the announcers. Like, they thought I had an injury.
So the announcers thinking this kid got an injury. There's nothing wrong with him. And then Carmelo Anthony looked like he outplayed LeBron his rookie season to make it to the rookie of the year, but everybody who say something, they just hate.
Carmelo Anthony was rookie of the month almost every month. He's the first player in NBA history to have rookie of the month in almost every month and don't win rookie of the year. It's like, how does that happen? That's impossible. That's the first time. I don't remember that ever happening again.
What?
He was the first player ever to win rookie of the month as many times as he did and didn't win rookie of the year. That's the first time that's ever happened.
So you mean to tell me 7-8 months out the year he win rookie of the month, but then when it's time for the player of the year, he lose it?
Yeah, he lost rookie of the year to LeBron, and he won rookie of the month every month. Melo had rookie of the month. So
man, y'all just hating on LeBron, man.
How did that happen? He won rookie of the month way more times. I think LeBron only had one rookie of the month. Period. And I was like, Dwayne Wade was better than him. But Wade was older, but he was way more polished than LeBron. He tortured LeBron in summer league. I think they tried to win and destroy that film. That's how I was like, man, LeBron don't know what to do defensively. He had his feet was all over the place. And I'm like, man, Wade was just so polished. I'm like, because he went to Marquette for 2 years, and they came out the same year, but Wade was older. So Wade was more polished, and his game was way more polished than LeBron, and he was a perfect fit for Miami. So I was like, oh yeah, that's perfect for him. And he made LeBron look real bad. And that's how Pat Riley knew that they made the right decision with Dwayne Wade. They saw him match up with LeBron in that summer league. Oh my goodness. It was embarrassing. It was like,
oh my goodness.
Boy, yeah, it was a boy versus man. Like,
I remember seeing that years ago, but you're right. You can't find, I don't think you can find that game no more.
Oh no. They do a good job of scrubbing. LeBron James sued Kobe Bryant. And you won't find that nowhere on the internet no more. They scrubbed it off of the internet completely.
He sued Kobe Bryant.
Yes, LeBron James sued Kobe Bryant.
For what?
And he sued him because LeBron has this supplement that he had, and Kobe Bryant came out with his. And then LeBron said, well, it's almost identical to mine. And his company sued Kobe Bryant's company for the supplement that they had, and said it's almost like carbon copy, like tit for tat. So it was pharmaceuticals. Yep, lawsuit.
That's crazy.
And yeah, he sued Kobe Bryant when they took all of that off the internet. If we didn't make videos about it, you wouldn't even know it existed. They took them all down, scrubbed it off the internet. You will not see LeBron James suing Kobe Bryant on nothing anymore.
So if they have the power to do that, how can somebody prove something against somebody that's in their coveted position that they like?
Oh, it can be done. Because you got it. That's why when we make these videos, that's why it's so important. Because if we wouldn't have made the video with Piers Morgan and Jaguar, Wright, and they didn't make all those TikToks, that stuff would be lost forever. But it's already out there now. So even though they had Piers take it down off his site, off his page, he had to edit it. He had to take Jaguar out completely. So I don't even think she's even on there anymore in that interview. He had to edit her part out completely. But I showed it yesterday how Jay-Z and the lawyers came after me. And on my video, I showed the people, and I could bring it up here too.
All right.
The lawyers.
I remember you showed it one time before.
Yeah. They came after me heavy. I had a video called Surviving Jay-Z. So when I had it's called Surviving Jay-Z, and it's got Jay-Z with all the teenage girls he was dating that was celebrities.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And like people didn't know he dated Rosario Dawson when she was.
Oh boy, this about to be good. I'm going on mute. I'm gonna put your screen on the solo layout. Fuck that.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Nah, hey, look, I'll put your shit on the solo layout. If you play that video, shit.
Yeah.
I'm glad this is my backup channel.
So that was the one that brought all the controversy. So when that happened, they said right away.
I don't see it in the back chats, you know.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna bring it up here.
Hey, you got the chat rolling. Nah, we're gonna put that. I'm gonna put the thing up on the solo layout that he put in the back chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull it up here. Hold on.
They talking about see no cooking. Hey, that was a hell of a bar when you talking about all the teenage girls he dated. I'm like, what?
Yep. So
how old was he at the time?
30 something.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think Rosario was probably, somebody told me we were going through the chat. I was like, how old is she now? So she's like 45 now. So she was 18 then. So that was, yeah. So that was
at least this one is legal. 18, I think, in New York is legal.
Yeah,
and we may not like it, but it's legal in New York.
Right. It was legal, but they were teens.
Yeah.
Now,
how old was the Foxy Brown though? That's the one they keep talking about.
Oh, now Foxy was man. That one was, yeah. She's a teen, but it wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't right. So this is Jay-Z's lawyer. This is what he sent to me. This is Jordan Sevick. This is his trademark lawyer, Reed Smith LLP. Trademark owner Sean Carter P, better known as Jay-Z. Jay-Z owns this hyphen. So if anybody on YouTube, if you want to make things about Jay-Z, do not use this hyphen. He lost this hyphen in a buyout with Def Jam, and he got it back. But he lost it at first when he first left Def Jam, and he was Jay-Z with the Z connected to his name. That was his trademark for a while. That's why I was like, okay, I could use the hyphen, but he went and got the hyphen back. So he owns that. These punctuations mean something in their trademark. That means it's connected.
I better see if I use that shit. Oh, I think I did.
They will come after you, and they can come after your entire channel, and they will clip it. This whole email is set up just to take down videos. That's why it says Reed Smith takedowns. That's what they come in to do. They go to the court, and YouTube will send you. I had YouTube legal hit me up because they was coming after my channel. So I hit up Star. So me and Star was talking about it. I'm like, Star. And Star from the Star Report said, now you got to do another video called Jay-Z now suing Karceno.
He said, did you respond yet?
I did. I'm like, I was going to say something. I was like, I told his legal team, how you going to come in my video when there's hundreds of videos worse than mine with more views? So I changed the title trademark since Jay went back to the original trademark because he lost it part of the buyout deal in the past.
Damn.
So that's how I was able to beat it. So now, because I did that, the whole situation changed. Oh, your audio is messing up.
Mine?
Yeah, it was messing up. But that's the video right there, Surviving Jay-Z. So I put the J and the Z together just to avoid the controversy. Surviving Jay-Z. And this was right when they were going after R. Kelly at the time. So it was the timing of it, too, that made it horrible.
They talking about who is Kevin Davis. What a dummy. Hey, Mr. Good Cat, come on, man. I know you know that shit.
Yeah, so when I had Surviving Jay-Z, That's when everybody started to make their own surviving Jay-Z.
You talk about sarcasm. Oh no, I know you fucking around.
Yeah. So they did everything in their power to try to take it down, but once they realized there was nothing they could do, they just had to basically go with it.
Damn. So what ended up coming of it? Somebody say he was 50. Wait a minute. He was 24, 25. She was 15.
Oh, they must be talking about Fox. See, now here it is right here with Foxy Brown and Jay-Z back in the day. She had to be at least 16 at this time. She was 16 years old.
I don't know the legal limit in New York, but in Georgia, the age of consent is 16, which is crazy.
Yeah, and that's Rosario Dawson when Jay was with Rosario. They was dating. Then Aaliyah, she was like 19, 20. Then Beyonce was 18 when he got with Beyonce. So I'm like, he just had these things with these teenage girls. Then Rihanna was a teenager. And he allegedly was messing with Rihanna at one time.
Jesus.
So she was a teenager. Rita Ora was a teenager when they allegedly messed around. And he brought her on. And
he was young too. Rita Ora was fine as mother. She was 18.
Yeah, she was 17, 18 when she signed with them. See, people don't be doing all this. And I'm like, man.
I thought she was 21.
So yeah, they had a problem with the video. They had a problem with this video. That whole trademark thing was just them to try to get the video down. That's all.
Let me ask you, Cino, with all these young girls, do you think he's one of the guys that just teeter the fence, but he's not, you know what I'm saying, he's not a monster, or do you think that he might go somewhere inappropriate?
That was back then, but he always targeted. His target was always young, naive girls that want to get into the business of fame and everything. His fame and him being Jay-Z, and they impressed with it. So they look at him like a father figure, and he loves to play that, to lure them into the web. Like Beyonce had just broken up with her boyfriend when he came in there and took the place, She was filming her first movie, and he was manipulating the situation, trying to be the shoulder to cry on. And he broke up with Beyonce. He was a manager at a bank in Houston, but her Destiny Child was on tour for months, and he was like, "Look, it ain't fair to keep you, in this relationship. You might as well go on and be single," because he was already messing around. He's like, he ain't finna just wait on you. He ready to get his life rolling. Now he's like, man, I think I made a mistake. I'm like, yeah.
I don't think so, because she might not have been Beyonce without Jay-Z.
You're right. She wouldn't have. She didn't have the confidence to be a solo artist at the time. Jay gave her that confidence and everything. Like, he really was like the father figure, and made her push her own father out. She fired her own daddy. He was the manager. Yeah, they had a big falling out. That was a whole big, power struggle there. She had to take that chance and say, and he was like, I've got to grow you up. You can't have them looking at you like a little kid. Now, here's the other video they came after me for, because it came out around the same time. And this was with Foxy Brown admitting. This is her admitting Jay-Z did it. They tried to come after me for this video and take it down. Like, this is slander against Jay-Z. I said, you can't do that. You're not going to take this video down. And I fought him, and I won. Then the reason I won is because Foxy Brown is her saying it herself. It's exactly what
I thought it was Believe All Women.
No, that's what I'm saying. They thought like I was in here saying it without any proof or anything. I'm like, it's Foxy Brown actually saying it herself.
Right.
They was like, it couldn't be true. Then they heard it. I played the video, played the clip, and then they disappeared. I ain't see them no more. And they couldn't touch the video.
I never talked about the butter soft seeds.
Okay, here it is. I'll play the part.
I said I fuck with nines and Abby say it's AZ. But on the low, real nigga was shit. Nines and Abby say it's AZ. But on the low, real nigga was shit. Had the nigga baby. I said I fuck with nines and Abby say it's AZ. But on the low, real nigga was shit.
Woo!
What did she say on the low?
They
The real
said
niggas?
Nas, and then they said it was AZ. But on the low, though, the real guy was Jay-Z. Oh, my goodness. Did she just say that? I didn't make that up. Did I make that up, ladies and gentlemen? I don't think I did.
But on the low, real nigga was shit. You come get it on the Lex spit at. Way before the guard flew, way before the maid bit at Z. But on the I fuck with Ross and had the nigga baby. I said I fuck with Nas and Abby say it's AZ. But on the low, real nigga was shit.
Woo! So there she is. She said it herself, right out of her mouth. She name dropped him hard on that song. And it never was released. That song never came out. They put a stop to that. That song never leaked. And it leaked out on the internet, but it never came out.
Nah, that's some power right there.
The song ain't out.
That is some damn power, that the song that somebody wrote that everybody would want to hear is not even out. Damn. He talking about, she said Jay is a real nigga.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said they said I slept with Ross and had his baby. Then she slept with Nas, and then they say it's AZ. But on the low, the real one was Jay-Z. She was the one in the Maybach. She was the one in the Burberry and doing all that. She was riding around with him. But Fox has been somebody who's dated. She was dating Haitian Jack. She was dating all the hustlers in the hood when she was one of them young girls that was messing with them dealers in the hood. So Jay was one of them, flashy. That's how they do. So she was always one of them. Fast and hanging out in the streets. Like Smoother Hustler was writing for her first. Then Jay-Z started writing for her.
I'm lost for words, man. Damn.
Yeah.
But they can't say you hate now.
No, they didn't. So as you can see, the video is still up. They tried to take it down, but I won. So that video is still up with over 100,000 views. They tried to take it down. So I know what was going on with. That's why I knew Jaguar was going to get it when she was on Piers Morgan. I said, uh-oh. Now this a whole different ball game. I can't believe he pulled her on there. And I was like, Piers knew what he was doing. He know about Jaguar, right? He was so, that whole apology thing, he was so mad he had to make that apology. It was so bland. He was Jay-Z. I mean, he was like to Jay-Z and Beyonce, I'm sorry. I apologize. And it was so bland. He had to go and make that apology because he knew right then and there what they were doing. They tried to act like they didn't know what Jaguar Wright was going to do. They knew what Jaguar Wright was going to do when she came up there. That's why he put her on there. He knows that she going to say some outlandish stuff that's going to be clickbaitish and everything else. And you can put the title and she going to give you a whole lot of sound bites and hot takes. And he going to get the views off that. He knew exactly what he was doing. So I can't really throw the whole thing on Jaguar because Jaguar was going to be Jaguar. That's it.
She just went on the art of dialogue and just doubled down and went at motherfucking DJ Vlad.
Oh yeah, because Vlad's a liar. So that's all to it. Vlad's a liar. Everybody know that about him.
She say Vlad hit her up, and Vlad hanging around a lot of dudes that done involved in essay and all kind of stuff. That's what she alleged.
Of course, I've told everybody on the Patreon and on the video. I've exposed it to. She probably saw my video. So we got it all, buddy. That's why I'm like, we got it all. There's a girl that went there to see him that was sent there by the guy who was running the modeling agency in New York. Sent the girls to him. And that's what we was like, what happened to those girls, Vlad? What happened? They were sent to you. She came back and some things happened to her when she went over there and you requested the woman. And they black too. Black models. He always dipping in the chocolate.
Man. Look at the picture of how you got Jay-Z got her looking.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The thing is, they knew exactly what they was doing. Piers knew exactly what he did, and now he's trying to dump the whole thing on Jaguar like, we didn't know what she was saying. And I was like, man, you can't put her on your platform knowing that you're bigger than that. Like, the art of dialogue is only known on YouTube. Like, nobody really seen him. I've seen him before, but if you wouldn't, probably most of the people they won't even know what he looked like or whatever. They walk right past that guy. Wouldn't even know that that's the art of dialogue. These guys only exist on the internet. That's it. They only have internet personalities like Vlad. Vlad don't really go offside. Like, they don't even take him seriously. He don't even have A-listers on his platform. Like, he would never get Jay-Z, Nas, or anything. They would never deal with Vlad. He was mad about that because he couldn't get any A-listers on his show. That's why he got to do the Tony Ayos, the Boosies, and 50 Cent will never sit down with him. He's not even considered anything. So he's low tier to what they would want to put in the mainstream. Piers Morgan is like guys who sat down and interviewed people in London. Like, he's over there, like, he's big time. So it was like, man, what is he doing going to grab these guys? Like, to see Jaguar right on there, now you validate what she says by putting her on that platform. So I knew that this was going to come for him. I said, oh, Piers done messed up. I was like, he's taking a risk, because I was like, this ain't going to go well for him.
They said that's like the way Charlemagne broke it down, saying that he's connected to corporate sponsors and all that. So they probably made him take it down because they don't want to be wrapped into a lawsuit.
Oh, no, it'd be massive for them. Now him, you can go after, and they know they got to get Jaguar off and leave her right where she's at. Because the thing is that she's been in mental hospitals, and it's a nightmare. Like, you wouldn't even believe, like, all of the stuff she done been through in the last 2-3 years. Allegedly her baby father shot his own son, which is her son, and she still ain't recovered from that. So that's part of her decline too, is that she's lost her son, and that pain is just, that's just a horrible thing that'll have happen to you. Not to mention all the stuff that's in the industry, but Jag was a part of everything. Like, she came out and said she was a dominatrix before she got into the singing game. That's what she was doing. She was messing around with some of everybody on the tour bus.
And that's why it make me believe that she know the inside track of what's going on, because she's so candid about admitting her faults and what she done. And it seemed like she don't give a damn. Like, what she say is real. Now, maybe not all of it, because there's some trauma. Like you said, there's some trauma with it. And anybody who allegedly going through some of the stuff she's going through is going to have trauma attached to it.
Absolutely. Because with her, she had her thing is that she will be on track, and she does know a lot. Jag knows a lot about stuff that it went down in this video. And it goes from that and then mixed in with the conspiracy theories that she reads on the internet, and she mixes all of it together to figure it out, like, okay, now it all makes sense. This is why this happened to me, because of this. And they got a spaceship over there, and that's where they doing their ceremonies. And then she started mixing all of it together. Now you've lost credibility for what really was real in your statement. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, she told one story and it just went left. And because she having an agenda to go after somebody she don't like, she'll connect them to anything. Jay-Z, man, he'll get connected to anything. They assassinate on Trump, everything. Well, Jay-Z was probably around.
Oh, shit.
I'm just using that as an example. Like, she tried to say Big L and Jay-Z, he was going to sign with Jay-Z, and Jay-Z took him out. And he had a part in that. And there's people that I know that knew him, Big L, and was like, man, like they was like, man, I had to give you your props. He's like, because you said it exactly how Big L is. L ain't like that. And he's like, I've never seen Big L with her. And he's like, and I've been around L his entire life, you know what I'm saying? And to hear her say that, I knew she was lying. He's like, I said that. He's like, there's no way. He's like, I know everything about what was gonna happen with the deal and everything. He's like, she's not telling the truth. He's like, Jay, man, they love L like that. He was like, it was exactly how you said it in the video. I was like, oh man, thanks, man. He's he's a LeBron fan. So he's like, I don't be agreeing with you going on LeBron, but you right about Big L.
Oh shit! If you got a LeBron fan to agree with you, shit.
Yeah. So it was just one of those situations. So they never addressed all of the claims that she do, because it's so wild. Like the thing with Diddy, it's so against their character that it don't even make sense. Because I was like, man, this don't really make sense about anything that they putting out there. Like, she had went way over the board, like with Diddy and everything. Whoever she's got a grudge against, because before, when she first came out, she was praising him. She was praising everything this man did. She loved it. Jay-Z couldn't get nothing but praise. It was Clive Davis and Diddy. She came after those two all the time. Clive Davis. And she was like, it's not even about Diddy, really. It's Clive Davis. Everything was about Clive Davis. Now you don't really hear nothing about Clive Davis no more. Everything now is about Jay-Z. She used to praise him in all of his videos. Jay could do no wrong. Now I don't know what he did and get on her bad side, but now she done flipped on him. And boy, she had flipped on him. He can't do nothing right now. Now he's the devil. He's the monster.
That's exactly that's what I was about to ask. What do you think Jay did? Because she's talking about Mary J and all these people. Like, what did Mary J do?
None of them. She talked about Alicia Keys. She talked about Jill Scott. She talked about all of these people who had nothing but love for her. Like Jill Scott was like, we saw you at the Jazz Festival. She got herself blacklisted from all of these places that she used to be at. She just hating on Alicia Keys. I was there. I always out-sing better than Alicia Keys. She did. She has a better vocal than Alicia Keys. Her vocal was amazing, but she's damaged. Her voice is not even the same, not even close to what it used to be. She did it. She's vocalist, outstanding. Like Jill Scott, she went right in on Jill Scott and everything. Hating on Jill Scott, and Jill was like, wow, this woman is just hurt. She just hurt. So there's like, because of all her pain, plus they don't want to go back and forth with her. And Alicia Keys is like, I never did anything to you. You know, she never did nothing to Jaguar Wright. To have her go out at her like that. And she was, we dated the same man. And it's always some type of connection that, you know, that go a certain way. And she started putting her business out there. But it's a woman that never did nothing to her. Well, yeah, like they say, hurt people hurt people.
Yeah, that's damn sure what they say. But man, I hope everybody get it together. I think I think she's seen some things, and a lot of people validate some of her stories. I don't know about everything being true, but I do think some of her stories may be true.
Yeah, a lot of the stories that she say, some of they're warped around truth, and the truth gets mixed up with the psychosis. And then she attaches other people to it and then she ruins the truth with adding on. It's like, look, the recipe is already good. Leave it there. You don't got to keep adding more seasoning to it. It's already there.
It's gonna be too salty now.
Right. And now it's not gonna be believable. Now they're gonna be like, well, I don't believe any of it now. So it goes from there. Then it's like, okay, now they got to create a new story. And it's like, it's already stories there. Then now she's like, all the conspiracy theories that they read on the internet and stuff, they dump that in. And then the fans who sit there and watch this stuff, they run around and regurgitate it. And I'm like, do you know how crazy you sound? It does not make sense. And even the people that was involved came out and was like, that woman's a liar. Like, he's like, first of all, how in the world she said I slept with Diddy? Like, Christopher Williams is really upset because she claimed that she walked in the office and caught Puffy and Christopher Williams like doing something. And Diddy told her, like, oh, don't you say nothing or whatever, this and that. And he was like, that's what Christopher Williams had to do to get a deal. Or whatever, and that really
I don't even know who Christopher Williams is.
Oh, that he was in the movie New Jack City, and he the dude that he's a singer, and he the one that Wesley Snipes stabbed him in the hand. I never liked you anyway, pretty mother. That was him, the wavy hair, pretty boy. So I never liked you anyway, pretty mother. So yeah, that was Christopher Williams. So when she said that about him, man, he was upset because he's like, I had my deal when they was in junior high school, which is true. He had already had a record contract. So what could Puffy do for him? He's like, why would I need him to do anything for me? And I had a record deal when they was in grammar school. He's like, Jaguar and Puppy them, they was in grammar, like junior high or whatever, when I had my record deal. He's like, man, that is a complete lie. So
why would she throw him in it?
Don't know. Probably going off a story she read online or something that she just, but anyway, anybody who know Diddy, he wouldn't have did nothing like that. If Diddy gonna do something, like if he gonna mess around with a guy, he don't do it in no office. Like, that don't even make sense. I was like, that don't even make sense. If Diddy gonna do something like that, he's not gonna do that in the open. And he's not gonna do that. He said, correction. Jaguar said attorney she know walked in on Christopher Williams. Okay. All right, man. Thank you, Miss Sheila. So we got a correction. She said she know Jaguar stated that it was a lawyer, an attorney walked in on Christopher Williams. Okay, not her. All right. Okay. Now we got the correction, but it came from Jaguar putting that out there. And Christopher Williams came out aggressively.
Christopher Williams came out aggressive. Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he came out aggressively denying that claim. But if you know Puffy and you know the whole situation, Diddy is never going to do something like that out in the open.
Oh, this young lady said, she said 2 different versions of that story.
Right. Diddy is never going to do anything like that with anybody in no office where somebody can walk in on him. That don't even make sense. I was like, think about how private these dudes are and how they go about in a freak off situation. There's always a bodyguard at the doors. There's always something going. There's no way he gonna sit there and say, okay, this is what we gonna do.
He do got a point, Cino. He says, Diddy beat Cassie on camera in broad daylight. Come on now, Cino. And if you're running around a whole party bucket naked with everybody being recorded, you're not too private.
That's something.
That's the only thing I was saying.
No. That's a party. Like, he's at a party getting down. Like, he ain't doing what she's saying he's doing. Like, he ain't doing that.
In the office.
Right. In no office and nothing in public with 1,000 witnesses. That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna see that kind of activity. That what they was talking about, that's entirely different. Plus, that was just a blow up, whatever you see on the tape. I don't know why everybody looking at that tape with Cassie and just making everything that happened just go down, be a lie. Now, that woman just got proved busted out for being a liar.
You know he already convicted right now because of that Cassie tape.
Yeah, so no matter what's going on, they're looking at the Cassie tape. I'm like, Cassie tape don't hold no. I'm like, that's a misdemeanor assault if they did charge him. But I'm like, other than that, she stayed with him 4 more years after that. I'm like, nobody said that what happened, we okay with what happened on the tape. Nobody's saying that. I ain't met one person saying, man, we okay with that. Nobody's okay with it, but he can't be charged with the tape. That's why they leaked it out to ruin his chances of having a fair trial. How he gonna have a fair trial with all this media making up stuff every 10 minutes? They got some, oh man, this is a Diddy party.
Well, shit, now 50 Cent about to do a documentary, so he really going down.
Oh, everybody doing a documentary. But it's a misdemeanor assault. That's a misdemeanor assault case. If anybody know the law, that whole thing that you saw in that hotel is a misdemeanor assault.
They might have upgraded that shit.
And now he can't even be charged with it. So it don't even make sense.
Well, I'm telling you how they do it. When you get convicted of in the court of public opinion, you just as good as guilty.
Yep. You guilty until proven guilty. And I say that all the time. I was like, when you black, boy, you are guilty to proven guilty. Yeah. And I was like, they only have, I was like, they talking about 120 women and all 120 people, men and women. We got 60 men, 60 women. Coming after Diddy in civil lawsuits. I said, do you realize there's only one person that's the victim that they got still to this day in the indictment? And that's Cassie. And I'm like, not one of them, out of all these people, not one of them went to the police. Colossal KP, use your common sense. If somebody did all this to you, why you ain't run to the police? Not one of them went to the police? Don't that sound a little suspicious to you? Not one of them went to the cops and want this man locked up. They went to the lawyer and said, we want to get some money. But he did all this to you. He kidnapped me. He took me in traffic and flew me here, interstate. Not one of them went to the police. Not Cassie, none of them. They all wanted money. All of them. Civil trials. Nobody filed a criminal charge against Diddy. Not one. So let that sink in. And y'all don't think that's suspicious? Did you just see the woman just get caught in her lie? That she just sat up there, did a whole thing crying on TV, and they got the text message, TMZ got it too, She sent it to her ex-boyfriend, promising him $3 million if he back up her story. You see how that went? That came and went on the news because they don't want that out there. She just got caught and busted, yesterday? Right after she lied and said the bodyguard, he wasn't even working there no more. He wasn't even in New York. He was like, what are you talking about?
He said, are you saying Diddy never assaulted anyone? I don't think he's saying never.
No. I'm saying they have to prove on these tapes that it wasn't consensual. Do you know that Diddy don't have to prove that it was consensual? That's where everybody got it wrong. See, in the court, you're innocent to proven guilty. So they have to prove that it wasn't consensual. That's what the state have to do. They have to prove all of this stuff in a court of law.
Well, I'll tell you what though, they can't say or they want to do it if there was alleged stuff in drinks that may have clouded their judgment, then he forfeit their right. He pretty much made the choice for him. So they can arrest him on that. Plus, if somebody was under the legal age, they said they got somebody there that was 9. If you under the legal age to consent, then they got you on that too.
Exactly. You're absolutely correct. If you're underage and they got you underage, yes. Do they have proof that there's some spiked drinks? They will have to prove that.
Right.
Anybody can say that. Now, how
the only person that could corroborate that story is the drug mule. If he's saying, if he's a witness and saying, yes, I help, bring drugs and I'll help, seal up these bottles with the drug, then he done.
No, he's not, because it's you have to have proof. Anybody can say anything. You could say Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. It don't make it true.
Oh, you saying he need a sample? They would need a sample.
You need proof. You just can't go off like he could be saying it just to cover his own ass. You could be like, hey man, he the one got like, isn't it true you got arrested with drugs? Yes. And then you copped a deal. What did they offer you for your testimony?
They offer me probation.
Right. So it's like now you're compromised. So he got busted with drugs on him. So he's already in there. So now of course he's gonna roll over.
But a lot of times those snitches be getting niggas locked up too now,
Yeah, but now you gotta be a credible witness. And this is what I'm saying. It's like, okay, you got a drug addict who got drugs on him, and he's saying that this man, Sean Puffy Combs, he did all this stuff for him. Where's the proof? It's funny to me that they lie in their own testimony. Oh, I had a drink of champagne and I felt woozy. And I felt like I was about to black out. And then I couldn't remember anything, but they remember everything. Every detail that happens, the entire story, they got it all written down. But I was like, wait, okay, so which one? You're woozy and you're about to pass out, but you remember everything. So I'm like, it just don't make sense. Which one was it? Did you pass out? Did you black out? But they can't say they blacked out and they wake up and it's like, oh, well, what happened? So you don't know. So which one is it? So they say, oh, no, I blacked out. Then I woke up and then I saw this. Then I blacked back out. Then I woke back up. Then it's like, okay, well,
yeah, I just believe they're gonna turn that snitch and they're gonna get him to be a credible.
I'll be like, well, how do you know it wasn't a dream?
It might have been, but what I'm saying is,
you see, they could easily do that.
Who?
The lawyers could say, well, how do you know you weren't dreaming? If you said you were passed out, you woke up, you passed out, and you woke back up.
But what if they got checked at the hospital for those vaginal tears and anal tears?
Yeah, where's the test? Who got those tests?
Some people alleged to have, they alleged to went to the hospital and got checked out.
Okay, well, if they got checked out, and then all right, they should have all this on record. And then they should
remember in the police report that some people said they woke up and they woke up bloody and sore and they had anal tears and they had vaginal tears. So if there was anal and vaginal tears that the hospital recorded, then that's proof. And if that coincides with this drug mule, because he gonna snitch, and they're gonna make him a credible witness, because they're gonna say, yes, we're gonna give him a deal for a lesser charge. In cases like that, that's what you do with snitches. You give them a lesser charge to get the big guy. And so they're gonna make him a credible witness because he was around them. And if they got those pictures, if they got those videos, anal tears with the doctors corroborating the story, he gonna have to do some time. Because you can't just be going up in somebody's butthole and not doing some damn damage. So if they woke up like that, and if I'm not saying none of this is true, if that is true, then they have a record of it.
I have to see it because what they say and what they actually have be entirely different. So
Yeah.
I can't wait till they see it, what they got in court. But so far, it ain't looking good for them with these doggone witnesses lying, because that woman just got caught out for lying. And
shit, a bunch of them got caught lying. Shit,
Yeah.
3,000 called in, only 120 they pulled through. That's a lot of lying motherfuckers.
Yeah, and the one that they just paraded on TMZ just got caught up hitting her ex-man up, trying to offer him $3 million to corroborate her story. Like, and that's like, oh, you done. Your lawsuit, you lost that.
Mm-hmm.
But here it is with Vlad and the girl, the alleged girl. So, Vlad, you got some explaining to do. That man right there is the talent. That was her talent agent. Like, he had a modeling agency, and you recalled and requested this woman from him. You called personally and said, send her to California. You came to New York and at the modeling shoot with all these models, and you was all over this girl, crazy about her. He sent her to you, and something happened to her down there. She came back messed up. So you and your crew did something foul, and you never made that right with him, and he called you out for it. Now, you've been hiding ever since, and you've been avoiding and ducking this smoke. Now, here you up here, booed up with this doggone models at the suit, at the shoot. So you got some explaining to do, Vlad.
Man, that man on that old Zippers now look like he on that old Zippers, man. He ain't think about you, man.
Yeah, he got some explaining to do. So he don't know, and he been running from this for a long time. He know this is the situation. He don't want to speak on what happened, but he knows that girl came out there and was sent directly to him.
So in California?
Right. And you said, oh, I want to hire her to work on the video I'm doing. Send her out here. And he sent there because he represented her. The black guy you see over there, that's her. He the talent agent. He owns a modeling agency. And he was sending her out there. And he went ahead and sent the girl out. And Vlad and his friends, or whatever happened to her out there, she came back messed up. And she didn't want to work no more. He was like, Vlad, what happened? What happened to this girl? And you ain't trying to get back in contact with her. Vlad's ducking him and been ducking him. Now, what work did you have lined up for her? There was no videos, nothing. Like, what video did you do with the girl? Vlad, you got some explaining to do. Not to me, to him. That's Da Vinci. So you got some explaining to do to Da Vinci. So what's going on here? You a married man. You married to a black woman. You see, he like dipping in the chocolate, I told you.
Damn. So what? Nobody picked up on this story?
Nobody picked up on it.
Because I remember seeing this guy. I think you talked about this before on my channel. Hold on. This L said P. Diddy is going down and deserved to go down if he did with anything with kids. Salute to you, though. Salute to you, L.
Anybody, if you've done anything with kids, you should go down. But a lot of the stuff they talking about, it's not even a crime. I mean, the stuff that they saying, oh man, look at him on the video with Justin Bieber. And they saying that look weird. They finding any little thing they can to try to make it look like, okay, yeah, he messing with Justin Bieber. Y'all just gonna make Justin Bieber a victim.
I don't know about that video of Justin Timberlake online between Odell Beckham's legs. That looked weird.
Yeah, I don't even know what was going on there.
Yeah, that looked kind of strange.
The way they shot it and the way it looked, they made it look like something it wasn't completely.
Oh, I hope not, because that looked weird.
Yeah, that one looked weird with Odell Beckham, but yep.
Hey, look, then the dude tapped him. He tapped Odell Beckham. It looked like Trey Songz or somebody tapped Odell Beckham to alert him. And then Justin Bieber head just pop up out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Bieber stayed with him for 48 hours. Exactly. But Justin Bieber used to be with us. So, we knew the whole situation. Justin Bieber used to be around us.
A younger Justin Bieber or older?
Younger. He was 17. He was like 16, 17. He was hanging around us with Floyd Mayweather at the Mayweather gym. So when we had him with us all the time, and he was always around the gym. He tried to box. He tried to do a lot of stuff that we was doing.
Yeah, but y'all at least took him to the gym. They seem to be taking that boy to get drunk and party.
Well, yeah, he hanging out with Diddy. You're gonna see some stuff.
Thank God they said that boy done found the Lord. They talking about Odell literally had his pants down. It looked like he was trying to put something up with that camera flashed around. That was crazy, but I don't know. There was a grainy video. It's in the club. All I know is I don't like the party. I don't go to the parties. That's the first thing I said when I got on this internet. Boy, I said, you niggas be talking like y'all all that. You niggas go to the parties. And now y'all finding out how sick those parties be. I'd rather be on my tractor.
Yeah, exactly. I'd never want to be at these damn parties. I was like, man, these parties is not interesting to me. They was like, oh man, we got to come here to network. Man, we network, man. This is what we do. We network. I'm like, network. Shit. Oh yeah, I've been in those. I've been in one of those parties before. That's what I'm saying. Jaguar had she been in those parties? She was there with Scott Storch at Paris Hilton party. She was there. She was dating Scott Storch at the time. They nose was froze. She know all about it. That's why I'm like, why don't she tell that story?
Did you say they nose was froze?
Yep, nose froze, boy. That boy was Scott Storch nose was like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in there. She was messing with that white boy from Philly. They know that they were there at those parties, but those parties get crazy after the fact. Like I told you, we went in there and saw some crazy stuff that time. We walked in with Nick Cannon, Kel, and all of us. We walked up in there, man, and I said, I was like, I don't like these parties anyway. I'm like, this whole thing just is crazy. It's like they got all the walls are white, and they just got weird, like 18 feet.
Be too salty now.
Right. And now it's not going to be believable. Now they're going to be like, well, I don't believe any of it now. So it goes from there. Then it's like, okay, now they got to create a new story. And it's like, it's already stories there. Then now she's like all the conspiracy theories that they read on the internet and stuff, they dump that in. And then the fans who sit there and watch this stuff, they run around and regurgitate it. And I'm like, do you know how crazy you sound? It does not make sense. And even the people that was involved came out and was like, that woman's a liar. Like, he's like, first of all, how in the world she said I slept with Diddy? Like, Christopher Williams is really upset because she claimed that she walked in the office and caught Puffy and Christopher Williams like doing something. And Diddy told her, like, oh, don't you say nothing or whatever, this and that. And he was like, that's what Christopher Williams had to do to get a deal or whatever. And that really
I don't even know who Christopher Williams is.
Oh, that he was in the movie New Jack City. And he the dude that he's a singer. And he the one that Wesley Snipes stabbed him in the hand. I never liked you anyway, pretty mother. That was him, the wavy hair pretty boy. So I never liked you anyway, pretty mother. So yeah, that was Christopher Williams. So when she said that about him, man, he was upset because he's like, I had my deal when they was in junior high school. Which is true. He had already had a record contract. So what could Puffy do for him? He's like, why would I need him to do anything for me? And I had a record deal when they was in grammar school. He's like, Jaguar and Puffy, them, they was in grammar, like junior high or whatever, when I had my record deal. He's like, man, that is a complete lie. So
why would she throw him in it?
Don't know. Probably going off a story she read online or something that she just. But anyway, anybody who know Diddy, he wouldn't have did nothing like that. If Diddy gonna do something, like if he gonna mess around with a guy, he gonna do it in no office. Like, that don't even make sense. I was like, that don't even make sense. If Diddy gonna do something like that, he's not gonna do that in the open. And he's not gonna do that. He said, correction. Jaguar said attorney she know walked in on Christopher Williams. Okay. All right, man. Thank you, Miss Sheila. So we got a correction. She said she know Jaguar stated that it was a lawyer, an attorney walked in on Christopher Williams. Okay, not her. All right. Okay. Now we got the correction, but it came from Jaguar putting that out there. And Christopher Williams came out aggressively.
Christopher Williams came out aggressive. Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he came out aggressively denying that claim. But if you know Puffy and you know the whole situation, Diddy is never gonna do something like that out in the open.
Oh, this young lady said she said two different versions of that story.
Right. Diddy is never gonna do anything like that with anybody in no office where somebody can walk in on him. That don't even make sense. I'm like, think about how private these dudes are and how they go about in a freak off situation. There's always a bodyguard at the doors. There's always something going. There's no way he gonna sit there and say, okay, this is what we gonna do.
He got a point, Cino. He says, Diddy beat Cassie on camera in broad daylight. Come on now, Cino. And if you run around a whole party bucket naked with everybody being recorded, you're not too private.
That's something.
That's the only thing I was saying.
No. That's a party. Like, he's at a party getting down. Like, he ain't doing what she's saying he's doing. Like, he ain't doing that.
In the office.
Right. In no office and nothing in public with 1,000 witnesses. That's not going to happen. You're not going to see that kind of activity. That what they was talking about, that's entirely different. Plus, that was just a blow up, whatever you see on the tape. I don't know why everybody looking at that tape with Cassie and just making everything that happened just go down, be a lie. Now, that woman just got proved busted out for being a liar.
Oh, you know he already convicted right now because of that Cassie tape.
Yeah, so no matter what's going on, they're looking at the Cassie tape. I'm like, Cassie
for sure.
tape. You see how that went? That came and went on the news because they don't want that out there. She just got caught and busted, yesterday? Right after she lied and said the bodyguard, he wasn't even working there no more. He wasn't even in New York. He was like, what are you talking about?
He said, are you saying Diddy never assaulted anyone? I don't think he's saying never.
No. I'm saying they have to prove on these tapes that it wasn't consensual. Do you know that Diddy don't have to prove that it was consensual? That's where everybody got it wrong. See, in the court, you're innocent to proven guilty. So they have to prove that it wasn't consensual. That's what the state have to do. They have to prove all of this stuff in a court of law.
Well, I'll tell you what though, they can't say or they want to do it if there was alleged stuff in drinks that may have clouded their judgment, then he forfeit their right. He pretty much made the choice for him. So they can arrest him on that. Plus, if somebody was under the legal age, they said they got somebody there that was 9. If you under the legal age to consent, then they got you on that too.
Exactly. You're absolutely correct. If you're underage and they got you underage, yes. Do they have proof that there's some spiked drinks? They will have to prove that.
Right.
Anybody can say that. Now,
the only person that could corroborate that story is the drug mule. If he's a witness and saying, yes, I help, bring drugs and I'll help, seal up these bottles with the drug, then he done.
No, he's not, because it's you have to have proof. Anybody can say anything. You could say Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. It don't make it true.
Oh, you saying he need a sample? They would need a sample.
You need proof. You just can't go off. Like, he could be saying it just to cover his own ass. You could be like, hey, man, he the one got, like, isn't it true you got arrested with drugs? Yes. And then you copped a deal. What did they offer you for your testimony?
They offer me probation.
Right. So it's like now you're compromised. So he got busted with drugs on him. So he's already in there. So now of course, he's gonna roll over and
But
say,
a lot of times, them snitches be getting niggas locked up too now, Cino.
yeah, but not no. Now you got to be a credible witness, and this is what I'm saying. It's like, okay, you got a drug addict who got drugs on him, and he's saying that this man, Sean Puffy Combs, he did all this stuff for him. Where's the proof? It's funny to me that they lie in their own testimony. Oh, I had a drink of champagne and I felt woozy. And I felt like I was about to black out. And then I couldn't remember anything, but they remember everything. Every detail that happens, the entire story, they got it all written down. But I was like, wait, okay, so which one? You're woozy and you're about to pass out, but you remember everything. So I'm like, it just don't make sense. Which one was it? Did you pass out? Did you black out? But they can't say they blacked out and they wake up and it's like, oh, well, what happened? So you don't know. So which one is it? So they say, oh, no, I blacked out. Then I woke up and then I saw this. Then I blacked back out. Then I woke back up. Then it's like, okay, well,
yeah, I just believe they're going to turn that snitch and they're going to get him to be a credible
I'll be like, well, how
witness.
do you know it wasn't a dream?
It might have been. But what I'm saying is,
you see, they could easily do that.
Who?
The lawyers could say, well, how do you know you weren't dreaming? If you say you were passed out, you woke up, you passed out, and you woke back up.
But what if they got checked at the hospital for those vaginal tears and anal tears?
Yeah, where's the test? Who got those tests?
Some people allege to have they alleged to went to the hospital and got checked out.
Okay, well, if they got checked out, and then all right, they should have all this on record. And then they should
remember in the police report that some people said they woke up and they woke up bloody and sore and they had anal tears and they had vaginal tears. And so if there was anal and vaginal tears at the hospital recorded, then that's proof. And if that coincides with this drug mule, because he gonna snitch, and they're gonna make him a credible witness because they're gonna say, yes, we're gonna give him a deal for a lesser charge. In cases like that, that's what you do with snitches. You give them a lesser charge to get the big guy. And so they're going to make him a credible witness because he was around them. And if they got those pictures, if they got those videos, anal tears, with the doctors corroborating the story, he's going to have to do some time. Because you can't just be going up in somebody's butthole and not doing some damn damage. So if they woke up like that, and if I'm not saying none of this is true, if that is true, then they have a record of it.
I have to see it because what they say and what they actually have be entirely different. So yeah. I can't wait till they see it, what they got in court. But so far, it ain't looking good for them with these doggone witnesses lying, because that woman just got caught out for lying. And
shit, a bunch of them got caught lying. Shit, 3,000 called in, only 120 they pulled through. That's a lot of lying, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and the one that they just paraded on TMZ just got caught up hitting her ex-man up, trying to offer him $3 million to corroborate her story. Like, and that's like, oh, you done. Your lawsuit, you lost that.
Mm-hmm.
But here it is with Vlad and the girl, the alleged girl. So, Vlad, you got some explaining to do.
I don't know about that video of Justin Timberlake online between Odell Beckham's legs. That looked weird.
Yeah, I don't even know what was going on there.
Yeah, that looked kind of strange.
The way they shot it and the way it looked, they made it look like something it wasn't completely.
Oh, I hope not, because that looked weird.
Yeah, that one looked weird with Odell Beckham, but yep.
Hey, look, then the dude tapped him. He was tapped Odell Beckham. It looked like Trey Songz or somebody tapped Odell Beckham to alert him. And then Justin Bieber head just pop up out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Bieber stayed with him for 48 hours. Exactly. But Justin Bieber used to be with us. So we knew the whole situation. Justin Bieber used to be around us.
Younger Justin Bieber or older?
Younger. He was 17. He was like 16, 17. He was hanging around us with Floyd Mayweather at the Mayweather gym. So when we had him with us all the time, and he was always around the gym. He tried to box. He tried to do a lot of stuff that we was doing.
Yeah, but y'all at least took him to the gym. They seem to be taking that boy to get drunk and party.
Well, yeah, he hanging out with Diddy. You're gonna see some stuff.
Thank God they said that boy done found the Lord. They talking about Odell literally had his pants down. It looked like he was trying to put something up with that camera flashed around. That was crazy, but I don't know. There was a granny video. It's in the club. All I know is I don't like the party. I don't go to the parties. That's the first thing I said when I got on this internet. Boy, I said, you niggas be talking like y'all all that. You niggas go to the parties. And now y'all finding out how sick those parties be. I'd rather be on my tractor.
Yeah, exactly. I'd never want to be at these damn parties. I was like, man, these parties is not interesting to me. They was like, oh man, we got to come here to network. Man, we network, man. This is what we do. We network. I'm like, network. Shit. Oh yeah, I've been in those. I've been in one of those parties before. That's what I'm saying. Jaguar she been in those parties? She was there with Scott Storch at Paris Hilton party. She was there. She was dating Scott Storch at the time. They nose was froze. She know all about it. That's why I'm like, why don't she tell that story?
Did you say they nose was froze?
Yep, nose froze, boy. That boy was Scott Storch nose he was like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in there. She was messing with that white boy from Philly. They know that they were there at those parties, but those parties get crazy after the fact. Like I told you, we went in there and saw some crazy stuff. That time we walked in with Nick Cannon, Kale, and all of us. We walked up in there, man, and I said, I was like, I don't like these parties anyway. I'm like, this whole thing just is crazy. It's like they got all the walls are white, and they just got weird, like 18 feet artwork on the walls. And I'm just like, there's nothing in here. Like, ain't no family pictures, nothing. You ain't gonna see nothing. It's just all white room parties. They got a downstairs big circle thing down there, and people just laying up on like a big gigantic bean bag. I was like, oh hell no. I'm staying right by the door. That's why I stay right by that door. I'm leaned up against the door. Then I'm like, I need to be next to a door.
Cito, you didn't take Cito didn't take the complimentary baby oil.
No, they come by, they serve you drinks and stuff like they serve, but it was funny because the black people still couldn't get no service up in there. They go over to the white folks up in there. They know who to go to. They know who don't belong. I was like, man, I'm like, that drink tray came over here once. The drink tray came over here once.
Damn. Hey, you be lucky you ain't get none of them damn drinks. Allegedly, I think I snapped.
Oh yeah, I don't really drink hard liquor like that. I had beer mostly, so unless they spike the beer, that'd be it. But I'm like ready to get up out of there. I'm like, I can't be up in there.
Nah, they probably was mad you ain't want none of them champagnes and liquors.
Yeah, but
I don't know how you spike a beer. As soon as you poke a hole in that can, it's gonna leak.
Oh man, they should all know by now. They should know how we get down. I'm like, dude, I hung out with Floyd. So I done seen way more.
Man, that dog go, hey, Miss Collins coming at you, dog. She talking about, don't speak too fast, Kwame. He may be on video. Hey, this nigga is on video.
Yeah, that's Cino, Floyd Mayweather. We at the club. Yeah, we out. Everybody was like, damn. Yeah, you see Cito got a baddie on his arm. I don't even know this chick. And she getting me in trouble. I was like, man, you getting me in trouble. They was like, man, why you ain't grabbing the money, man? I'm like, I'm with Floyd. What the hell I need to grab the money for?
Right.
I'm with the money. Yeah, so yeah, these the good old days.
He just came in.
And then that's Karen Civil. And this is the whole black movement that they had.
Because he wants to.
They came to Chicago with James Prince. James Prince and Floyd Mayweather is called Guns Down, Hands Up. Karen Civil put it together. And she wanted to get the people to come out, the OGs, come out and talk to like all the people in the, you know, that was out here and gang banging and trying to get them to put their guns up, down and put their hands up. And, you know, it was a good time for them to see the OGs, to see the people that was OGs. James Prince, D Nash is out there from the city.
Mr. Undefeated himself, Floyd Mayweather. Thank you all for the experience. I thank you all.
So right away, that's how the night started. It started from here, and then we went to the club. So that's how that all went down. So yeah, we didn't say anything or two, you know, being around that environment, you're gonna see that. Now, of course, going to these nightclubs and hanging out and partying with Floyd, you get to see a lot of stuff. And you'll be in 5, 6 different parties at one time. And I'm like, good Lord, the light on me. Like, I don't do the Jello shots. I don't do any of this. Floyd don't drink. So there's never a problem with Floyd Mayweather. Like, you can't say Floyd forced you to drink nothing because he don't drink. Now the people around him order drinks, and he don't drink anything. Water, a soda, or nothing. He won't drink nothing if it's open and you bringing it to him. He has to open it in front of him, or you can open it right in front of him. It has to be open. He does not drink it. And we had this confrontation in the club because the girl gonna pop the bottle and bring it over there. I'm like, don't bring that over here. We don't do that. You got to bring another one. You can't know. It has to be open in front of us. Nothing's gonna get open. No, we don't drink it.
Yeah, that's too much money at stake with somebody like Floyd.
Right. So that was always his policy. He will not touch it. This dude would go to the restaurant and take his own fork. He got his own fork and knife that he brings with him in his tool. He got like a little case that keeps his fork and knife.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Take his own utensils.
Damn.
That's how he get down, man. So, man,
yeah, Floyd cold, then. I ain't never heard of that.
Oh, yeah, man. We got so much on here. Let me see what else is on here. Where's J Beebs? There you go. I think that's me and J Beeb there for the promo.
There you go. That's when the big Canes was out. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I had the 40-inch gold link. Then Omar, he ain't here no more. Yeah, J Beebs is with us. Then getting ready for the fight. So yeah, I've been around J Beebs. We had to save his life in Orlando. Then in Chicago, we had to get him out the club. He's too young to be in the club, and somebody called the cops. Somebody tipped him off that he was in the club, and the cops came to do a raid to get him out of there. And Floyd called him like, man, can y'all get him out the club? We had to sneak Justin Bieber out of a club. It's the craziest thing ever.
Damn.
Chicago police all outside, and we had to sneak this guy out of the club because they had word he was in the club. Like somebody said, Justin Bieber in a nightclub partying, and he was underage.
That's the side of fame that's terrible.
Yeah, and this the guy that Gil was talking about. He was gonna call to get the boxing match going. I'm like, Marcus is right here. I'm like, you talking about the Watson twins? I know them. The Watson boys. I can call them right now. That's Marcus. I'm like, you finna call the people you don't even know their names. Bow Wow, Floyd, Chris Brown. Yeah, this back in the day.
Man, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, David Diaz.
That's a boxer too?
Yeah. Floyd and Adrian Broner. Abner Mares and his wife, Chris Cross. Right before the dude died, too. This is right, like almost days before he died.
Which one passed away?
The one, the bald head one. He OD.
Damn, what happened?
OD.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So Chris Cross was just like starting to come back and stuff. So.
Damn.
Yeah, Miss Sheila. Yeah, we know Jay Leon Love. Yeah, and I know his brother too. His brother, we saw him and he died right before he got killed, like right after the fight. And that was crazy. That was his heart, man. But his brother was crazy. He had all those kids though. And Jay Leon was taking care of them, like all of them. And then his brother got killed. But his brother, man, he was good-hearted. You know, he just be drunk a lot. You know, that's my brother, man, and he got it. Jay Leon brother was something else. He's proud of his brother, man. You know, he was drunk, but he's proud.
They talking about R.I.P. Mac Daddy. Well, shit, man, I'm gonna take a shower, man, and get up out of here.
Oh yeah, man. So we'll toss it up later.
Okay, look at Big Fino out there.
Oh yeah, boy, that was a nice one there. See, the boxing game was great to me back then.
Man, they gonna be hating on you, man.
Oh yeah, they always do. Oh yeah, this was I forgot where this was at, but that's somebody's girlfriend. And then I'm like, what happened to her? And I hear Q. I'm like, Q, what happened to this chick? Oh man, if this dude's wife, man, come grabbing me. I'm from behind. This dude's wife. She grabbing me by behind. I'm like, who is this grabbing me in the headlock?
Yeah, you like, what the fuck?
Right. I'm like, what the hell? Who grabbed me? Yeah, they were swingers, man. They tried to get me to go do the swinging thing with them the same night, man. Crazy ass
night. Hell no.
Yeah, they was toe up. I'm telling you, boy, you get some crazy damn people. What did it say? Crazy night. my cousin tried to run off with the dude. What? The same night he gonna grab her. He's like, man, she ready to go. I'm like, oh my God, dude, you ain't finna do this, man. This man, that's her husband right there. You trying to take his wife? She don't mind. I'm like, oh, what?
He talking about she don't mind. They talking about she know the freak.
Man, I told you, boy, there's some crazy stuff that been going on. That's why I said, oh, this, I'm like, man, I forgot all this stuff existed. I'm like,
nah, you left it on the internet.
I'm like, man, a Diddy party. They gonna come out to me next. They gonna be Cino. We seen you at that Diddy party.
Yeah, thumbnail lady said you was at the parties too.
Oh yeah, this the guys from work, man. My Colombian buddies. Man, they got wild in there, boy. Those girls started getting some drinks in them, and they started getting crazy.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I said, oh no. Then they got Cino in the mix. I'm like, what? Hey, how I get in the picture?
It don't look like you saying, oh no.
They done snuck Cino in the picture.
Well, all right, big dog. Let me jump in the shower real quick.
All right, yeah, we'll cut it off when we start getting.
Salute.
All right.
All right, dog.